Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Delta Sky Team and our global partners, welcome on board your Delta flight. As you're making your way to your seat, we kindly ask that you please step into your row and out of the aisle as quickly as possible to allow those passengers behind you to make their way to their seat as well. If you're traveling with a larger rollerboard, please place it in the overhead bins, either wheels or handles first, on either side of the aircraft. Keeping in mind that the overhead bin space is shared space, so if the bin directly above your seat is already full, please go ahead and utilize the next available space. If you brought in a second item with you, such as a briefcase, tote bag, laptop bag, backpack, you can go ahead and utilize that space under this seat in front of you, so that we can utilize that overhead bin space for your larger bags without having to check them plain sight to your final destination. Feel free to utilize your mobile phones, tablets, and e-readers while we're here at the gate. However, once we close our boarding door, you must please place these items into airplane mode or turn off your cellular service. Please also note that if you will be working on a laptop computer or enjoying any other larger electronic devices, they must be stowed either in a bag under the seat in front of you or in the overhead bins. Please do not stow these items in the seat pocket in front of you, place them directly on the floor, or hold them on your lap during taxi, takeoff, and landing. This is not just a Delta policy, but an FAA regulation for your safety.
Sierra Sierra, Tree Delta Tree 20.
At this time, in just a few moments, we'll be showing you the safety video. Once the video has concluded, we'll be in the aisles to answer any questions you have before we're seated for taxi out. Again, thank you for choosing Delta today. My name is Susan. I'm your purser for today's flight, along with Charles in the economy cabin. We do welcome you aboard.
At Delta, we think our world feels smaller when you get out in it. That's why the best men and women in the business work each day to take you to the people, places, and cultures that make this world such an amazing place. Bringing the world closer together, one flight at a time.
We are a planet of amazing differences.
One of cultures and ideas that span our world and link us each to another, whoever you are.
Wherever you're going.
We are proud to fly you there.
Because the first step towards connection
is departure.
Welcome aboard, and thanks for flying with Delta.
Our first priority on every flight is the safety of our customers and crew. So, before we depart,
please pay attention to this important safety message.
Be sure that all carry-on items are securely stowed in an overhead bin, and place smaller items, including handbags, under the seat in front of you. If you lose your electronic device in your seat, please do not adjust your seat and ask a crew member for assistance. Please ensure all aisles, exits, and bulkhead areas are clear.
As we leave the gate, make sure your seatbelt is fastened. To fasten, insert the metal tip into the buckle and adjust the strap so it's low and tight across your lap. To release the belt, just lift the top of the buckle. If you're seated in the business class cabin, secure your shoulder harness by attaching the metal tip to the fitting on the belt. To release, remove the metal tip and allow the shoulder harness to retract. Please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened anytime the seatbelt sign is on. And even if the sign is off, please keep your seatbelt fastened in case we experience unexpected rough air.
For everyone's safety, federal regulations require all passengers to comply with the posted placards and lighted information signs located throughout the cabin, in addition to any crew member's instructions.
Smoking, including the use of e-cigarettes, is not allowed on any Delta flight, and federal law prohibits tampering with, disabling, or destroying a restroom smoke detector.
There are 8 exits on this plane, 8 doors, 4 on each side. Each door has used as a raft. All exits are clearly marked with an exit sign. However, if there's a loss of power and cabin visibility is reduced, lights will illuminate the aisles to guide you to an exit.
Please note that exit signs on this airplane identify each exit with a green symbol. Arrows indicate the direction to the exit. Locate the exit nearest you using these green symbols. Keeping in mind the nearest exit might be behind you. In the event of an evacuation, leave all carry-on items behind. It's unlikely, but if cabin pressure changes, the panels above your seat will open, revealing oxygen masks. If this happens, reach up and pull the mask or red streamer towards you until the tube is fully extended. Place the mask over your nose and mouth, slip the elastic strap over your head, and adjust the mask if necessary. Breathe normally and note that oxygen is flowing, so don't worry if the bag doesn't inflate. Be sure to adjust your own mask before helping others.
A water evacuation is also unlikely, but just in case, life vests are located under your seats in the main cabin. If you're seated in the business class or Delta Premium Select cabin, life vests are located either in a compartment adjacent to your seat or under your armrest. To use, remove the vest from its container by pulling on the tab and then opening the pouch. Slip the vest over your head. Wrap the strap around your waist and attach it to the buckle in front, and adjust securely around your waist. As you leave the plane, inflate the vest by pulling down on the red tab at the bottom of the vest, or manually inflate it by blowing into the tube at shoulder level.
A water-activated light is attached to each vest. If necessary, we'll distribute additional life vests for children who weigh 35 pounds or less.
Now, before we take off, be sure your seat is upright and your tray table is put away. If you're seated in the business class cabin, ensure your suite door is open. Please note there is a placard on the door, visible when open, explaining how to use the suite door in case of an emergency. If you're seated in the main cabin, ensure your aisle armrests are lowered, and in the Delta Premium Select cabin, ensure your aisle armrests are raised.
As we come through the cabin for our final safety check, please let us know if you have any questions. And finally, now would be a good time for everyone to review the safety information card, which is in your seat pocket.
As we span this amazing world of ours, we celebrate all that connects us. Thank you for choosing Delta to be a part of your journey.
Now, as we get ready for takeoff, please sit back, settle in, and have a wonderful flight. Thank you for flying with Delta.
Philadelphia Tower Delta Tree 20 ready at runway 27 left west departure.
Delta Tree 20 wind tree 22 at 17. West departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 27 left.
Cleared for takeoff runway 27 left Delta Tree 20. Philadelphia Tower Delta Tree 20 continue for west departure.
Delta Tree 20, leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Philadelphia Tower Delta Tree 20 frequency change. Philadelphia approach Delta Tree 20 is type Airbus 2 miles southwest of 9 November 2900 feet. Request clearance to transition Bravo airspace.
Delta Tree 20 Philadelphia approach. Squawk Tree 172.
Squawk Tree 172 Delta Tree 20.
Delta Tree 20 radar contact 3 miles northeast of 6 November Juliet 9 or 1,200 feet. Cleared through the Bravo airspace.
Cleared through the Bravo airspace, Delta Tree 20.
Delta Tree 20 contact Philadelphia approach on 133.875. Good day.
133.875 Delta Tree 20. Goodbye. Philadelphia approach Delta Tree 20 1,600 feet.
Delta Tree 20, Philadelphia approach altimeter 30.01 radar contact continue. Piedmont 5888 Heavy, you are 14 miles northeast of Philadelphia. Contact Philadelphia Tower on 135.1 when inbound. Tower on 135.1 Piedmont 5888 Heavy. Delta Tree 20, you're leaving my airspace radar service terminated. Squawk 1200. Frequency change approved.
Squawk 1200. Frequency change approved Delta Tree 20. Philadelphia approach Delta Tree 20 is type Airbus 2 miles southwest of November Juliet 74, 3,600 feet. Request flight following.
Delta Tree 20 Philadelphia approach. Squawk 60 Tree.
Squawk 60 Tree Delta Tree 20.
Delta Tree 20 radar contact 4 miles southwest of November Juliet 74, 3,900 feet. Altimeter tree 0.0
Roger Delta Tree 20.
Delta Tree 20 contact Dover approach on 135.15. Good day.
135.15 Delta Tree 20. Goodbye. Dover approach Delta Tree 20 5,400 feet.
Delta Tree 20 Dover approach altimeter tree 0.0 radar contact continue. Delta Tree 20, contact Potomac approach on 124.55. Good day.
Going to 124.55 Delta Tree 20. Potomac approach Delta Tree 20, 7,000 feet.
Delta Tree 20 Potomac approach altimeter tree 0.0 tree radar contact continue. 2655. Good day.
Going to 1 tree, 2.55 Delta Tree 20. Washington Center, Delta Tree 2010,400 feet.
Delta Tree 20 Washington Center altimeter tree 0.08 radar contact continue. Contact Washington Center on 1 tree 3.9. Good day. One tree 3.9 Brickyard tree 665 heavy. Goodbye. JetBlue Tree 906 Heavy, contact Washington Center on 1 tree 3.9. Good day. One tree 3.9 JetBlue Tree 906 Heavy. Goodbye. Delta Tree 20, contact Washington Center on 1 tree 3.9. Good day.
Going to 1 tree 3.9 Delta Tree 20. Washington Center, Delta Tree 20, 13,800 feet.
Delta Tree 20 Washington Center altimeter tree 0.09 radar contact continue.
2.55 Delta Tree 20. Goodbye. Washington Center, Delta Tree 20 flight level 185.
Delta Tree 20 Washington Center altimeter tree 0.12 radar contact continue. heavy traffic is 12 o'clock 4 miles at flight level 350 Airbus A20N. Report them in sight. 559er heavy traffic is 9 o'clock 4 miles at flight level 360 Airbus A20N. Report them in sight. Delta Tree 05 heavy traffic is 4 o'clock 4 miles at flight level 380 Airbus A20N. Report them in sight. Delta Tree 20 contact Washington Center on 123.85. Good day. Delta Tree 05 heavy have the traffic.
123.85, Delta Tree 20. Goodbye. Washington Center, Delta Tree 20 flight level 235.
Delta Tree 20 Washington Center radar contact continue. Delta Tree 05 Heavy is at flight level tree 60, descending flight level tree 50. Delta Tree 05 Heavy, Washington Center radar contact continue. Washington Center Porter 559er Heavy is at flight level tree 80, climbing flight level tree 80. Porter 559er Heavy, Washington Center radar contact continue to high back. JetBlue 138 Heavy traffic is 9 o'clock 2 miles at flight level tree 80 Airbus A20N. Report them in sight.
Airbus A20N in sight.
Amerijet 881 heavy traffic is 9 o'clock 2 miles at flight level 360 Airbus A20N. Report them in sight. Amerijet 881 heavy traffic in sight. contact Washington Center on 135.3. Good day.
Go Going to 1 tree, 5 decimal, tree Delta tree 20. Washington Center, Delta tree 20, flight level tree 20.
Delta tree 20, Washington Center, radar contact, continue. Washington Center, Porter 559er Heavy is at flight level tree 80, climbing flight level tree 80. Porter 559er Heavy, Washington Center, radar contact, continue to highback. Washington Center, Airbus November 842 Mike Bravo is at flight level tree 65, climbing flight level tree 90. Airbus November 842 Mike Bravo, Washington Center, radar contact, continue. Delta tree 20 traffic is 9 o'clock 3 miles at flight level tree 85 Airbus A20N. Report them in sight.
Delta tree 20 have the Airbus A20N in sight.
Cessna 8 Golf Lima, you are 9 or 2 miles west. Climb and maintain 7,000 feet. Expect vectors visual runway 29er approach. Porter 559er heavy traffic is 3 o'clock 3 miles at flight level 345 Airbus. Report them in sight. Climb and maintain 7,000 feet. Expect vectors visual runway 29er approach Cessna 8 Golf Lima. Porter 559er heavy have the traffic. Delta Tree 20 contact Washington Center on 135.5. Good day.
Going to 1 tree 5.5 Delta Tree 20. Washington Center Delta Tree 20 flight level 365.
Delta Tree 20 Washington Center radar contact continue. Delta Tree 20 traffic is 11 o'clock 2 miles at flight level 390 Airbus A20N. Report them in sight.
Delta Tree 20 traffic in sight.
Washington Center Porter 559er heavy is at flight level 390 descending flight level 380. Porter 559er heavy Washington Center radar contact continue to highback. Porter 559er heavy traffic is 7 o'clock 2 miles at flight level 360 Airbus. Report them in sight. Porter 559er heavy have the Airbus in sight. Cessna 2 Kilo Sierra contact Washington Center on 135.3. Good day. One 135.3 Cessna 2 Kilo Sierra. Goodbye. Delta 2042 heavy traffic is 12 o'clock 4 miles at flight level 310 Boeing. Report them in sight. Delta 2042 heavy have the traffic. Washington Center Cessna November 378 Golf Lima is passing 6,700 feet, climbing 7,000 feet. Cessna November 378 Golf Lima Washington Center altimeter 30.17 radar contact continue. Delta 305 heavy traffic is 2 o'clock 4 miles at flight level 380 Airbus. Report them in sight. Delta 320 traffic is 8 o'clock 4 miles at flight level 360 Airbus A20N. Report them in sight.
Delta Tree 20 have the Airbus A20N in sight.
Delta Tree 05 heavy traffic is 12 o'clock 3 miles at flight level 350 Airbus A20N. Report them in sight. Delta Tree 20 traffic is 9 o'clock 4 miles at flight level Tree 70 Airbus A20N. Report them in sight. Delta Tree 05 heavy traffic is 12 o'clock 4 miles at flight level Tree 70 Airbus A20N. Report them in sight.
Delta Tree 20 have the Airbus A20N in sight.
Delta Tree 05 heavy traffic alert. 10 o'clock less than 1 mile flight level Tree 70 Airbus A20N. Report them in sight. Washington Center Airbus November 842 Mike Bravo is passing flight level 400 climbing flight level 400. Airbus November 842 Mike Bravo Washington Center radar contact continue. Porter 559er heavy traffic is 9 o'clock 4 miles at flight level Tree 70 Boeing. Report them in sight. Delta Tree 05 heavy have the traffic. Spirit Wings 112, Porter 559er heavy traffic in sight. Belgium 22127 heavy. Contact Washington Center on 118.475. Good day. Delta Tree 20 traffic is 10 o'clock 4 miles at flight level Tree 90 Boeing. Report them in sight.
Delta Tree 20 have the Boeing in sight.
118.475 Porter 559er heavy. Goodbye. Delta Tree 05 heavy traffic is 10 o'clock 4 miles at flight level Tree 90 Boeing. Report them in sight. Delta Tree 20 contact Washington Center on 118.475. Good day.
Going to 118.475, Delta Tree 20. Washington Center, Delta Tree 20 flight level, Tree 90.
Delta Tree 20 Washington Center radar contact continue. Washington Center Delta Tree 05 heavy is at flight level Tree 60 descending flight level Tree 50. Delta Tree 05 heavy Washington Center radar contact continue. 842 Mike Bravo is passing flight level 400, climbing flight level 400. Airbus November 842 Mike Bravo Washington Center radar contact continue. Delta 564 heavy traffic is 11 o'clock 4 miles at flight level 360 Airbus A20N. Report them in sight. Delta 1038 heavy contact Washington Center on 120.85. Good day. Delta 320 contact Washington Center on 120.85. Good day. Going to 120.85, Delta 1038 heavy.
Going to 120.85 Delta Tree 20. Washington Center, Delta Tree 20 flight level 390.
Delta Tree 20 Washington Center radar contact continue. Delta Tree 20, contact Jacksonville Center on 128.7. Good day.
128.7 Delta Tree 20. Goodbye. Jacksonville Center, Delta Tree 20, flight level tree 90.
Delta Tree 20, Jacksonville Center, radar contact, continue. Generic 5 Victor Juliet, you are 54 miles southwest. Generic 5 Victor Juliet, you are 53 miles southwest. Descend and maintain 9,000 feet. Expect ILS Yankee runway 24 approach via Golf Mike transition. Cleared to Golf Mike. Generic 5 Victor Juliet, you are 52 miles southwest. Descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Expect ILS Yankee runway 24 approach via Golf Mike transition. Cleared to Golf Mike. Generic 5 Victor Juliet, you are 51 miles southwest. Descend and maintain 1,800 feet. Expect ILS Yankee runway 24 approach via Golf Mike transition. Cleared to Golf Mike. Generic 5 Victor Juliet, you are 49 miles southwest of New Hanover. Contact Wilmington Tower on 119.9 when inbound. Tower on 119.9, generic 5 Victor Juliet. Avion Express Tree 46 heavy traffic is 6 o'clock 4 miles at flight level Tree 70 Airbus A20N. Report them in sight. JetBlue 914 heavy traffic is 11 o'clock 4 miles at flight level Tree 90 Boeing. Report them in sight. Avion Express Tree 46 heavy have the traffic. JetBlue 914 heavy have the traffic. Jacksonville Center, Oman Royal Flight 22186 Heavy is passing 5,700 feet, climbing 14,000 feet. Oman Royal Flight 22186 Heavy, Jacksonville Center, altimeter tree 0.16 radar contact, continue to AMYLU. Jacksonville Center, Cessna November 5782 Juliet is passing 2,800 feet, climbing 3,000 feet. Cessna November 5782 Juliet, Jacksonville Center, altimeter tree 0.15 radar contact, continue. Tower 27 miles southwest. Descend and maintain 1,300 feet. Expect ILS Yankee runway 24 approach via Golf Mike transition. Cleared to Golf Mike. Cessna 82 Juliet contact approach on 127.4. Good day. Cessna 82 Juliet. Goodbye.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we climb to our cruising altitude, we'd like to extend a special thank you to each of you, and a welcome back to our SkyMile members and Million Milers. Your business and loyalty are greatly appreciated by the entire Delta family. For your safety, it's important to remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened anytime the seatbelt sign is on. Even if the sign is off, please keep your seatbelt fastened in case we experience any unexpected rough air. We ask that you also please remember to use caution if opening the overhead bins to prevent injury from articles that may have shifted during takeoff. We've now reached an altitude where it's safe to use approved electronic devices, and a listing of these devices can be found in Sky Magazine in the seat pocket in front of you. On today's flight in the economy cabin, it'll be our pleasure to offer you complimentary Coca-Cola products, Starbucks coffee, water, juices, a variety of complimentary snacks, as well as a selection of our fresh eats items and all-day goodies. Beer, wine, and spirits are available complimentary for our first class and Delta Comfort Plus passengers, as well as available for purchase for the main cabin. A complete listing of available beverages, as well as of our fresh eats items, can be found in the menus in your seat pocket. Please be reminded that Delta accepts only major credit or debit cards for onboard purchases of beverages and snacks. However, you can use your Delta SkyMiles American Express card to save 15% and earn double miles on all Delta purchases. For your enjoyment, each seat is equipped with your own personal entertainment system. On it, you can view a selection of complimentary as well as on-demand TV shows, movies, and music. You will find that this screen will work best with just a light tap of your fingertip. Feel free to use your own headsets. Otherwise, if you do need a headset, just let a flight attendant know they are yours complimentary for this and any future Delta flights.
Delta Tree 20, contact Jacksonville Center on 126.75. Good day.
126.75, Delta Tree 20. Goodbye. Jacksonville Center, Delta Tree 20, flight level 220.
Delta Tree 20, Jacksonville Center, radar contact, continue. Delta Tree 20, contact Jacksonville Center on 134.0. Good day.
134.0 Delta Tree 20. Goodbye. Jacksonville Center, Delta Tree 20, 15,600 feet.
Delta Tree 20, Jacksonville Center, altimeter tree 0.16, radar contact, continue. Delta Tree 20, contact Daytona, approach on 125.8. Good day.
125.8 Delta Tree 20. Goodbye. Daytona approach Delta Tree 20, 9,800 feet.
Delta Tree 20, Daytona, approach altimeter tree 0.19, radar contact, continue. Delta Tree 20, contact Daytona, approach on 125.35. Good day.
Going to 125.35 Delta Tree 20. Daytona approach Delta Tree 20, 7,500 feet.
Delta Tree 20, Daytona, approach altimeter tree 0.18, radar contact, continue. Delta Tree 20, contact Daytona, approach on 118.85. Good day.
118.85 Delta Tree 20. Goodbye. Daytona approach Delta Tree 20, 4,800 feet.
Delta Tree 20, Daytona, approach altimeter tree 0.19, radar contact, continue.
Daytona approach Delta Tree 20. Request clearance to transition Bravo airspace.
Sim rate 1.
Delta Tree 20, Daytona, approach. Cleared through the Bravo airspace.
Cleared through Bravo airspace, Delta Tree 20.
gentlemen, as we begin our descent, we request that you return to your seat and make sure your seatbelt is securely fastened low and tight across your lap. If you've taken out any carry-on items, please make sure they are safely stowed underneath the seat in front of you or in the overhead bin.
Delta Tree 20, contact approach on 135 decimal tree. Good day.
135 decimal tree Delta Tree 20. Goodbye. Approach Delta Tree 20, 3,000 feet.
Delta Tree 20, approach altimeter tree 0.19er radar contact. Continue.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we begin our descent, we request that you return to your seat and make sure your seatbelt is securely fastened low and tight across your lap. If you've taken out any carry-on items, please make sure they are safely stowed underneath the seat in front of you or in the overhead bin.
seatbelt fastened until the aircraft has been parked at the gate and the captain turns off the seatbelt sign. This will be your only indication that it's safe to stand and gather your personal belongings. Also, use caution as you open the overhead bins, as items do have a tendency to shift during flight. For those of you wishing to use your cell phone, it is now safe for you to do so. As a reminder, your laptop computers must remain stood until we're parked at the gate. It has certainly been our pleasure bringing you today. Looks like you have an absolutely gorgeous day ahead of you. We certainly hope when your future plans call for your travel that you'll once again select Delta Airlines. Thank you and have a great time here.